on, we're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Carr!
How are you all doing? Yes, right. Good. So I just had my 69th birthday.
Woo!
Yeah, my children bought me a voucher for pure cremations. So I wanted to brighten up my street with some flowers, so I ran over my neighbour. Okay, so what's the deal with dick pics? I mean, is that how young people find love these days? I never really noticed Jeffrey until he sent me a picture of his willy, that I knew he was the one. I mean, in my day, if you wanted a girl to see your cock, you had to go to the park and jump out the bushes. Of course, failing that, you'd have to take the films to the chemist to get developed. I mean, the looks you got when you pick them up. You post them off, and then you find out her dad opened them. You know, he still writes to me. So, some advice for the ladies. If you want to get rid of a guy that's sending dick pics, just reply with another dick pic and say, that's very nice, here's a picture of mine. So I can see all you young people are looking at me like it's my fault you've got no future. Of course, I did have a free university education, I own a house and have a pension. So fuck you. So we're not supposed to say the word prostitute anymore. You've got to say sex worker, which of course means there's no longer a stigma about using their services. But try explaining that to my wife. You know, I always wanted to try stand-up, but it took me a long time to actually draw up the courage to do my first gig, because I didn't want people to laugh at me. You know, I wasn't always the confident, handsome stud that you see before you know. Oh, laughing a bit too hard at that. But I did actually manage to do my first gig. All went well. Nobody laughed. Of course, after I did my second gig, I thought I was ready to do a Netflix special. But I came back to reality after I did my third gig, because that was at the King Gong show at the Comedy Store. Yeah. For those of you not aware of it, the King Gong show, I mean, that's the modern equivalent of throwing Christians to the lions. Because they stream every episode to Facebook. So I managed to get a copy of that gig. When I look at it now, I think, how on earth did I ever think that I could be funny? Much like some of you are thinking now. Of course, I have attempted the King Gong show a few times since then. Managed to get enough, survive long enough to get a clip. Of course, I took their video, which of course has the MC on the right with holding a baton ready to strike the gong, and the big King Gong logo on the right. So of course I cropped those out. So it's just got me with the Comedy Store logo on the back. So it looks less like a gong show and more like the Comedy Store presents An Evening with Tony Carr. Of course I posted on Instagram and Facebook, and most people who saw it knew what it was. But I did get a couple of messages from some people that said, how did you get a gig at the Comedy Store? Of course, to those people I just said, oh, that was organised by the BBC, because I'm doing Live at the Apollo next week. Now, I have done and survived a gong show at Up the Creek in Big Belly a few times, and at that place, it's usually the aged bastards, I mean the professional comedian that decide a winner. Originally I did it with, got through, about 8 or 9 people got through, but they actually decided by a clap off. And I actually won. Woo! Oh, thank you. It was actually a draw, so joint winner, but it still counts. So on the front row there was a girl celebrating her 22nd birthday. She was there with all her friends, there was about a dozen of them. Now when I came out, When I came out of the venue, they were there, and one of them said, "Oh, we thought you were the best." It was pretty good. So, and then these 22-year-olds started flirting with me and said, "Can we have a photograph?" So they took a photograph of me and all these 22-year-olds. I'm sure that photograph looks just like something out the Epstein files. So I'm thinking, I've just won this competition, I've got these 22-year-olds flirting with me, I'm feeling pretty good, I guess I've still got it, I'm the man, oh yeah. So my ego's up here, but then there's another group of more mature ladies. One of them said to me, "Oh, we thought you were good." And I said, "Thank you." Of course I'm thinking, of course I was good, I'm the man. But then she says to her friend, "Look, it's that little old man that won." Okay, so I've been told I've got to monitor my blood pressure every day. It's looking a bit high. I guess maybe not a good idea to take a reading when you're watching Pornhub. So the doctor gave me some tablets. He said, "These have possible side effects: psoriasis, nausea, depression and impotence." I said, "So will they make me live longer?" He said, "No, but it'll certainly seem like it." I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment today actually, but it got cancelled. So I showered and put on clean underwear for nothing. Okay, so they say when you go down on a woman. Yeah, I've got the level of this audience. They say when you go down on a woman, you should go through the alphabet with your tongue. I mean, my question is, should that be uppercase or lowercase? Now, have you noticed Chinese ladies? Whoa, where's this going? Chinese ladies always look so happy and cheerful, smiling all the time. See, that's because there's over 10,000 characters in the Chinese alphabet. So I was offered a part in a porno movie. Yeah, I'm glad you think that's funny. It was actually a long time ago. I'm not likely to get offered a part today unless it's for horny pensioners with wrinkles. And it would probably flop. So, as I say, it was when I was very young, the director said, "Okay, you're going to go to this house, the door will be opened by 3 naked ladies. They're going to drag you inside, they're going to rip off all your clothes, then you and these 3 beautiful women are going to make wild, passionate love." He said, "It's £450, a win?" I said, "Yes, but I'm going to need some time to raise the £450. Of course, if I watch a porno film today, I'm usually just thinking, "Whoa, that bed looks comfortable." People complain, they say, "Oh, it's a dog's life." I mean, they wish they had a dog's life. If a dog fancies another dog, if they just hump away in the street and no one goes watching, I mean, that's dogging, isn't it? A dog can lick its own balls. I mean, face it, guys. If you could lick your own balls, hell, you'd never leave the house. And you know what they say you should do if a dog bites you and doesn't let go? Yeah, they say that you should stick your finger up its bum. I mean, who came up with that? I don't know how they did it, but it must have been a dog. Because if I was a dog, I'd be biting people all day long. Okay, so we don't seem to use the word spunk anymore. I don't know where this word jizz came from. I mean, to me, jizz, it sounds like a children's fizzy drink. I mean, come on, kiddies, drink up your jizz. I mean, talking of jizz, I mean, when I was young, my cock was like a full bottle of fairy liquid. Just took the slightest touch to spill gallons across the room. Of course, now it's like trying to get the last bit of ketchup out of a glass bottle. Come on, you bastard, I know there's something in there somewhere. Okay, so we all know the favourite pastime of teenage boys. Probably still is for some of you. I mean, my mother never used to say anything, even though you could have put wheels on my sheets and used them as a skateboard. Okay, so who's been caught doing that? I mean, if you get caught by your partner, it's kind of awkward. It's a lot more awkward if you get caught by your children. And that's probably why you'll no longer let me go to that playground. Okay. I've been Tony Carr, you've been fabulous, thank you!